Oh, hold on.
Hello Void Watchers and Chat.
Alright. This is fun. Hey, there I am. Hi, John. Get this game up. There we go. Cool illustrations. Challenges. Oh, there's challenge modes for each level, huh? Maybe those are achievements? I don't know. Alright. Hello, everybody! Thanks for coming by. Very excited to play more Ghost Trick, and I'm less sleepy than I was last time, so I should be able to actually go the whole time. Oh. Thank you for the drink, Samik. Cheers! Thank you for the Jeff pet. So, I managed to get into the other part. Oh, Mr. Prime Minister, you mustn't. I'm a married woman. And I'm a married man, but we cannot resist this any longer. I'm ready to abdicate it all for you. Oh, how romantic. Even if it means my ultimate ruination. This is saucy. Ruination, is that even a word? And that abdicate just doesn't look right somehow. This is gonna nag at me until I'm sure. Okay. We got a book, a dictionary. Got a drinking bird. Got a windmill. We've got a rat. Well, a latch. This thing is too heavy, I can't manipulate it. Maybe that woman built up her destructive power by hefting this puppy. It's more like a weapon than a book. Let's see, I know I put it here somewhere. Now, where could it have gone to? Man, she's caked up, but she has terrible posture. No, I mustn't allow myself to believe in your love, Mr. Prime Minister. Oh, why won't you believe me? My love for you, it's true, I swear. And it's so strong, it overwhelms me. You know, I've always wondered, if you can be overwhelmed by something, can you be just plain whelmed? What do you mean, bad news, gamers? What happened? Easy, what did you do? 47? Oh no. Alright. Easy, DM me that PayPal link. They're gonna nag at me until I'm sure. Okay. Maybe if I like spook her. Well, that didn't do anything. I mean, if I drop a rat on her, that'd be cruel though. I'm gonna. Okay, what does this do? I feel so mean. Oh. No, Mr. Prime Minister, we mustn't if the people ever find out. I don't care what they might think. What do the plebeian masses understand anyway? Certainly not our love. Is this prime? You're writing it, lady. I've never even heard the word plebeian before. This is going to nag at me until I'm sure. Is she editing or is she writing? Okay, so the rat's gone. Okay. Alright, still the Prime Minister, Ruination, Abdicate. Ah! She's gonna destroy it! Guess this woman isn't the type to scream when she sees a rat. It's more like she takes them as a challenge, something to be hunted down. I can kind of identify with that way of thinking. I wonder if I can use this personality trait of hers. So I have to get the rat on the ground, I guess. Okay. Can I skip this? Yes. Okay. Oh, Aiko and Willow. Hello, hello. I hope you guys are both doing well. She didn't see the rat. So she has to see the rat and then I knock it? Oh, good. We love a shower, Willow. There we go. And now she'll find the dictionary. There we go. I need to take a shower after stream. But it's strange. I know I left this dictionary on the shelf. Hi, Rachel. Hello, hello. It's as if some little angel were playing naughty tricks on me. Ah, there's a child. Yeah, I'm doing really well, Aiko. Thank you. I hope you're well as well. Perhaps, my darling angel. Mama? What kind of child does this woman have? Lamp? Just lamp. Oh, what an adorable child. What is it, my darling angel? Ow, my head hurts, Mama. You poor dear, and no wonder with a fever of 102. You should probably take her to the doctor. Here's to a night of fever hotter than the love of my Prime Minister. It's almost time to go out for my lesson. Can I take the night off? Yes, I suppose that would be best. But wait a minute. I bet you're happy to have an excuse to get out of it, aren't you? Not especially. If I ever don't want to go, I just don't go and pretend I did. I go play with Camila next door or something. Here's to the blunt honesty of my darling angel. Are you a good mom? I don't know if she's a good mom. Hey, today's Papa's birthday. Oh, is it? Aren't we going to celebrate together? Let's not talk about your father, dear. Now Mama has to go back to work. I have a deadline tonight after all. Mama, wait! I have just one thing to say. Don't try and put me in the middle of you two, okay? Whatever could you be talking about? I know what's going on, you know. You write novels and Papa wants you to stop. But it was very selfish of you to take me and leave the house. I want to go home. Seems complicated. Now, it's time for good little girls to go to sleep, especially sick little girls. Oh, hate. These two are quite a pair. The father would have to be a pretty strong man to hold Son against them. Sounds like their family circumstances are pretty complicated. I wonder if I had a family. I don't know. Oh no, my lamp is out. She lights it with her butt? Okay. Is there anything I can do? My darling lady, to think that you were a spy all along. What are you going to do to me, Mr. Prime Minister? I will arrest you and make sure you receive the proper penalty. Your sentence to be imprisoned in my cell of love and punished with my whip of passion. Oh, Mr. Prime Minister. Oh, my dear lady. I'd hate to live in this Prime Minister's country. He's typing so fast with one finger. Alright, what do we got? Got a little short circuit. Can I do anything with the dictionary now? She brought this dictionary all the way over here to look something up. Irregardless. Hate that word. Here it sits, all alone. Either she forgot what she wanted to look up, or she forgot she even wanted to look anything up in the first place. Is irregardless really a word? That'll be super loud, Aiko. Eek, what is going on? Oh, I made a typo. There we go. Trash. I don't know what I'm supposed to do yet. I guess I have to get to the phone. There we go. Hello, is that you? How many times are you gonna make me tell you? Tonight is that holiest of all nights, my deadline. Please, I'm begging you, change your mind and come home to me. Is this a Prime Minister? Is he just writing real life? I think you're the one who needs to change his mind. Please, put yourself in my position. You can write your novel just as well from home. Until you change your mind, your daughter and I won't be coming home. Even if that means forever. Drama. Intrigue. Let me talk to Amelie then, at least. You can't talk to her. She's sick with a fever right now, and I won't have you giving her nightmares. I want to talk to Papa. Now I don't want to hear your voice anymore tonight. Please, wait a minute. Don't try to call again. I won't answer. I refuse to answer. So now I can go there, wherever that is. They're so tricky. Now I finally have the telephone lines I need. I'm curious about this woman's husband. But I should go find my only lead first. That hitman who's after Lynn is sure to be heading to the junkyard right now. Better hurry. We've got to save our red-haired lady. Hi, Winter. Not much time has passed since I was here last, but the situation has changed. Aiko, this is Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective. It's a puzzle game that was originally on the DS, and they recently ported it to Steam. It's one of my favorites. You play as a ghost who has amnesia, and you're trying to use your tricks and time manipulation to...
What does a ghost do with meatballs? Spaghetti.
Nice one, Winter. But you're trying to solve the mystery of your murder and also prevent other people's murders. Looks like they're examining my body. I wonder who they are. And beside them, a certain somebody else wriggles and bounces happily. I wonder who that person really is, too. There's a mystery ghost that was teaching us about our skills. Welcome back. You weren't gone very long. What's going on here? The police are here to start the criminal investigation. You know, into your murder. Thank you, Winter. Good. I'm glad. My murder case, eh? Where's Lynn? Is she alright? So you found out her name already, did you? I'm impressed. Excuse me. Eek. Lynn! Sounded like she was in some kind of immediate danger. Not to mention the fact that a hitman is after her again. Well, you don't have to worry about that kind of thing. She was just taken into custody a few minutes ago. Custody? You mean she was arrested? But why? I don't know, I'm just a desk lamp. I'd better see what I can find out. It's trick time. See, I've got umbrella. Got sign. Sissel. Great. Quite a thing, huh? This case. Yeah, one of our own, a murderer? Heads will roll over this. And she's a rookie, too. I heard she was carrying out some crazy investigation. Rookies aren't given crazy assignments like that. Not even rookies like Lynn. Yeah, but I heard she was special. She's got strong ties to Inspector Cabanela of the Special Investigation Unit. I plan on moving up the ladder on my own merits myself. Well, we detectives shouldn't be standing around gossiping. Never know who might be listening. Like me. Like a ghost, like me. Like a doctor? Bro, I think he's dead. I don't know if stethoscope's the move here. I think we can safely assume that the cause of death was the bullet he took in the chest. Unless it's not. Bring in the stretcher, I'll look into the rest back at the lab. Would you mind waiting here for a bit, Doctor? Inspector Cabanela, head of the Special Investigation Unit, is on his way now. Special Investigation Unit? What do they want with a case like this? I don't know, but Cabanela's our top investigator. We don't want to get him all bent out of shape or there'll be hell to pay. Don't see what that has to do with me. I don't really get what Cabanela wants to come for either. It's probably just a big lark for him, but it makes things tougher on us. Hey, watch what you say behind his back. Never know who might be listening. Like me. Like me. Ring. Excuse me, big yawn. Oh, this guy's cool. Ah, the tension of a crime scene. Michael Jackson, huh? Yeah, nothing like it, baby. Oh, he's cool. Look at him grooving. People like this, they're my favorites. Evening, boys. How's it looking? Inspector Cabanela, thank you for coming. Allow me to report, sir. Fine, fine. You just hold that thought. I'm gonna make a little phone call first. So this is the head of the Special Investigation Unit. He seems, unique. Definitely unique. Deal me the deal. How's it going over there, baby? Going? How's it going, you'd ask? You'd like to know how it's going? I'd say it's going well enough, about fair to average, if I had to say. Yes, it's going all right. Not the man I was hoping to talk to there, baby. Do me a favor and put that other nice man on the horn now, would you? That's a nice fellow. If it has anything to do with this park, I'm the one to talk to. I'm the guardian of the park, yes! Ah, sorry about that, Inspector. I just got here. Well, glad to hear you made it. That other fellow just about threw me for a loop. Started blathering something about being guardian of the park or some such. Yes, him. Sorry about that. Well, start doing your staking out thing, baby. And buzz me if anything comes up. Yes, sir. Too much movement, huh? Yeah, it seems a little silly. Now then, sir, if I may make my report. Sir. Doc. Yoo-hoo. Oh, Doc. talking to me? I need you to handle this case with your finest care and attention. Would you do that for me, Doc? Don't need you to tell me how to do my job. Anywho, I'd like to see the suspect now, if I may. Lynn, sir, I asked her to let herself be taken into custody voluntarily, sir. She's being detained in the junkyard superintendent's office right now. Super's office, eh? Super. And where's that? Just beyond where you parked your bicycle, Inspector. I'll go interview the suspect, then... I'll go interview the suspect, then. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. Carry on, boys. Good luck, sir. Ooh, that Inspector Cabanela, he sure has a strange air about him. You can say that again. And I've never seen anybody use stairs the way he does. I hear he's dancing his way up the stairs of promotion the same airy way. And I hear Lynn was his personal favorite. Oh, thank you very much for coming, Aiko. I will, thank you. What's the deal between those two? Hey, how should I know? What? Listen in on this doctor. I think we can pretty safely assume this was the murder weapon. Gun. That pistol. Yep, same models as the pistols the detectives carry around. You don't think it's Lynn's, do you? This is not good. If it's hers, it's all over. So Lynn is a detective, and the murder weapon might be her pistol. What did it all mean? So this is the weapon that took my life. A pistol, eh? My memory seems to be hazy on pistols. But I have seen them before, that's for sure. Let's see, this part right here is... Well, if you want to fire the thing, aim it in your own direction. I didn't fire it. I'm the victim here. This thing is the act of somebody who's jealous of my abilities as a detective. Well, what are you glaring at me for? I'm hardly jealous of you. Rachel, the gun is literally haunted. Well, guess that proves it's a real gun. Hey! What was that? Is that what I think it was? Sound of a gun. Got a bad feeling about this. Every time that phone rings, it's bad news. It's like that old riddle. Which came first, the ringing of the phone or the crime case? If you say so. Ah, there you are. Do me a favor and have the doc come to the super's office, would you? He seems pretty busy at the moment, sir. Which one are you, the green one or the blue one? I'm the green one, sir. Listen, Greenie, get the good doc over here this instant. Or I'll see to it you never wear a green suit again. Yes, sir, I'll send him right up, sir. Yeah, I love this game. It's a great game. Please, doctor, go to the superintendent's office immediately. If I must. What's going on? Don't ask me, but something seems really, really wrong. That shot sounded like it was coming from somewhere around the maintenance building. Yet another gunshot rings out in a lonely junkyard on the edge of town. The sound gives me the feeling a new death will be waiting at the other side of the line. Apparently, I'm not the only one the Reaper is interested in tonight, but as long as there's anything I can do about it, I don't plan on letting anybody else die. Right, so we have the Red Lady's apartment. New song. We'll save. Okay. Changing a person's fate is no easy task, especially when their fate is death. The scene at the other end of the line is pretty much what I expected, all except for one thing. Oh, she's dead. No, Lynn, hang in there, baby. Who did this? Looks like some piece of trash shot her from the top of the pile of garbage outside. Here, let me take a look at her. Maybe there's something Sorry, can't allow that, Pigeon Man. I investigate and you superintend. You have your job and I have mine. Let's leave each to his own profession, shall we? Yeah, well, here's what I think. How much of a pro can you be if you let her get shot right in front of you? Anyway, have it your way. I'll stay out of your hair. Ooh. Okay. He does make a good point. Speaking of making a good point, I'm gonna take a real quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Just 1 minute. feel like I had a... Oh, yeah. I just want to point out to people who haven't been around that I added a couple of new redeems. I now have a magic 8-ball in chat. You can ask it any question. Hi, Dante. It's your boy, El Dante Delante. And then I also have, inspired by our dear friend Arcane Sidious, there is now a Lick redeem. I made sure to make the prize for the Lick redeem extra disappointing. You're just gonna be licking a random tree. You gotta close your eyes and spin around. Yeah, there you go. That one wasn't me. Must have been a different tree. No, that one tasted like mint. The one that tastes like bark is a different tree. Yeah, mint flavored bark. There you go. Whoa! Dante, slander! I do brush my teeth, but actually I don't brush my teeth with mint because I don't like mint very much at all. I use children's toothpaste because I don't like mint. Nope, that could have been the right one, but it wasn't. How does using your stethoscope on the door work? Doc, what took you so long? Quit dragging your feet. Who are you to shout at me? Now let me have a look at the victim. I haven't even looked yet, but I can already tell you she's dead. Her second death of the night, actually. Okay, what do we got? We got telephone, lamp, notebook, bag, motor. Oh, there's a whole bunch of shit. How about it, Doc? Can you save her? She's not breathing. Oh, did it not work? Hold on. That one should work. Give me a sec. I tested it. No, it's not a scam. I'll refund it. Alright. Reject easy. Reject. Horny jail. What did I do? Yeah, the 8-ball must be stuck in a tree. Hold on, let me make sure that I've got it set up right. Commands, no. Points, magic 8-ball. Require user input. Yeah, see, it worked that time. The test works. Oh. That's so weird. Ah. That? Well, easy. It makes me do an ara for you. Ara. What's for you? What do you think? Worth the money? Refund.
Here, good girl.
See, Rachel liked it. Thank you, Winter. I don't know why the magic 8 ball's not working. Let me see here. User asks the magic 8 ball user message. And that works. Then it responds input. But why doesn't it do that? Hi, Jade. Well, at least the lick command works. You know, the one that matters, that is less fun. I'm not gonna refund that easy, by the way. I did it, so. Sorry. Speak about why you do this to me. Yep. We'll have to see if any of them are the right tree, though. I don't even know, you know? Like, it's a total mystery. You guys don't even know, you guys don't even know if the right tree is in the file yet, you know? It's a total mystery for you. Ooh, does this work? Hold on. I think I may have... I don't know if I fixed the 8 ball, but I think I may have fixed a different thing. Nope, still didn't fix it. Oh, several of them might taste good. I think probably a lot of the trees taste good. Oop. Probably a lot of them taste good, to be honest. Okay. Why doesn't it work? Oh. Yeah, see, it just doesn't do anything. Hold on, we're gonna try something different. We're going to... We're gonna try text-to-speech response. See if that works. So instead of text, let's do TTS. Let's do custom message. Let's do input. Save. Let's try that.
Outlook good.
Alright, and then
Yes.
there we go. Alright, so it'll now read out your responses in a voice. How's that? Does that work for you? It's weird that I can't get the simpler version working. Oh, cinnamon, that's a good one. Hi, Willow. Thank you for the drink. I have a magic 8-ball now too, and it works. Look at me making things work. Alright. Melons. That might be the right tree. Who knows?
Most likely.
Most likely. You can't have my whole fridge. I mean, how about this? You can have my fridge if you can carry it. I'm not helping. Also, it's not my fridge. It's my apartment complex's fridge. Alright. Bet. Yeah, okay. You know what? If you can lift a fridge...
My sources
I
say
don't want
no.
to see that. Oh, apparently no.
Ask again later.
Ask again later. Alright, well, she's dead. This is a big-ass stethoscope. Right? I'm not a miracle worker. Only thing we can do now is curse the aim of the one who shot her. Lynn, how could I let this happen to you? Wow. Let's find out how it happened. Unconscious this time as well, eh? Where am I? She's coming too? What happened to me? Excuse me. Are you ignoring me? Oh, sorry. I'm still not used to talking with dead people, you see. Dead. So I'm dead, huh? You don't have to give us stuff to Treekin bot. That's my bot. Please don't. Dead. So I'm dead, huh? Try as I might, I can't seem to remember who I am. She's starting to remind me of me. Who am I? Everybody seems to call you Lynn, if that's any help. Lynn, huh? Pretty cute name. And apparently you're a detective, too. Detective? You mean that super cool kind of cop that solves crimes and upholds justice? Well, Lynn, I have something unfortunate to tell you. There's no such thing as a super cool kind of cop. Sounds like a pretty subjective description, but yes, that kind of detective. Hey, wait a minute. Are you starting to remember something? There's no time to lose. Something really unusual is going down in this town tonight. Excuse me? I certainly won't argue with the really unusual part. It's not your face, you know. Take another look. You're the dead one. Oh, right, of course. It'd be pretty heinous if I looked like this, I guess, wouldn't it? I don't know if heinous is the right word. There, now this is more like it. Something really unusual is going on in this town tonight. Could it have anything to do with my death, I wonder? Tell me, what is going on in this town tonight? Don't ask me. Huh? I can't remember a thing. I think it's probably because I'm dead. Everything is so confusing. Can't you do something? Hey, you're asking the wrong guy. But I got some things to ask you about. Your death, please. So I died, huh? Yeah, the rearrangements, or rather the arrangements, the new music is so fucking good. Yes, apparently. I'm very sorry. How could this have happened? And after I just passed my test finally this year. My exciting career of catching the bad guys had just begun. Now look at me. Why did I have to go and die in an old junkyard like this? Poor kid, the shock is setting in. So I told her everything that happened tonight. About ghost chicks, possessing and manipulating objects, and about going back 4 minutes before a person's death. This actually isn't the first time you died tonight, you know. You were already shot and killed once before tonight. And you saved me? That's right, you don't remember? Yes, I think I do remember something like that happening. Vaguely. Yes, I did get shot by a blue man dressed all in black. I guess that means that even if a death is erased, the memory of it remains. So I died twice already tonight. Wish I knew what to say to her. Guess I just have to wait until she recovers a little. Hey, I bet that's some kind of record, don't you think? Yeah, you're probably right. Looks like she's pretty much recovered already. Looking for the answers to the questions, who am I and why was I killed? Do you know anything that may help me? The only thing I know right now is that my name is Sissel. Your name is Sissel, huh? I think so. It rings some kind of bell anyway. I think I was killed tonight while I was meeting with you. So you must at least know me, I think. I was meeting with you? Yes, in the junkyard outside. Yeah, it's coming back to me. I remember now. I knew it. I knew you were the lead I needed, but I'm so sorry. I don't think I can help you. Why not? Because I don't know you. What do you mean? I thought you said you remembered me. No, I said I remembered something. I remembered the fact that I don't know you. No way. So you don't know me, huh? Nope, wish I did. So do you suppose we're just two strangers who happened to meet tonight? No way. I don't think it was any accident. Why in the world would I be way out here in the middle of nowhere for no reason? I was asked to come here tonight. Asked to come? By who? Can you kind of guess where this is going? You're kidding. You mean... Bingo! By you. I asked you to come here? But why? That's what I was gonna ask you. Why did you ask me to come here tonight? Way out here in the middle of nowhere. You gotta be kidding me. It goes without saying that I don't remember. Everything is so confusing. Can't you do something? Lynn, I'm not saying you owe me or anything, but I have a favor to ask. What is it? In the next 4 minutes, you'll probably come back to life. When you do you think you could try to find out about me before tomorrow morning? Who I am and why I was killed? Really sorry, but I can't make any promises. Why not? I don't remember very clearly right now. I think I was investigating a case tonight. A case that is very, very important to me. So even if I come back to life, I don't think I'll have time to find anything about you. I know that's a terrible thing to say to the person who already saved my life once already. I'm really, really sorry. I see. That's too bad. But I'm afraid I'm still going to ask you. Ask me what? Ask you to save me. Even though I probably won't be able to help you. I know it's selfish of me, I really apologize. But I just can't die, not yet, not like this. I'm investigating something important tonight. I think maybe that might be the reason I was killed. But I still want to solve the case, in spite of all that. Am I out of line? Didn't I tell you a minute ago you don't owe me? I'm certainly not going to treat your life like some kind of bargaining chip. I'll save you. What you do after that is up to you. Thank you. So, you ready to go back? Back to 4 minutes before you got shot? Aw, Lynn. What a sweetheart. Lynn's second death. I'm heading back in time now to rewrite her fate. Faced with those circumstances, she could have just lied and promised to help me, but she didn't. That's when I knew I could trust her. She's too competent for this job. I have a bad feeling about this. Yes, sir. Detective, is everything okay? Oh, I was hungry, so I was trying to get something delivered. What? Don't do that. Oh, I'm sorry. You should leave jobs like that to me. Is Chicken alright? Yeah, she's been shot twice tonight, actually. One chicken dinner. Oh, that's okay. I'm not feeling very hungry anymore. What? I would like to go back to the station for a minute, though. You would? Oh, I'm afraid I can't let you do that. Inspector Cabanela is on his way. He'll be here any minute. Evening, patrolman. Good evening, Inspector Cabanela, sir. Nice work. Now do me a favor and take a little patrol outside, would you? That's a nice fellow. Yes, sir. He wants some alone time with the inspector. Yo, how's it going, baby? Inspector Cabanela, what are you doing here? I thought Special Investigation Unit had an important top-secret assignment tonight. What does that matter at a time like this, when my Lynn's in crisis? I appreciate it, sir. I like her outfit. She looks like a chicken. Wait a minute, did you say crisis? Don't tell me I'm being suspected. Yeah. Yeah. You're right, Rachel. It's very sharp. Suspected of shooting that pointy-haired man in the red suit? I mean, I've never even met the guy before. Never, baby? Oh, well, before tonight, I mean. He asked me to meet him here. He said he had important information about the big case I'm working on. He's the one who contacted me! I see, but it's funny, isn't it? I took a look at the list of cases your station is handling right now. And I didn't see you listed as involved on any big cases. You know I don't suspect you, baby. Just trying to clear things up. You're not the type to ever shoot anybody. Hey, who knows you better than me, baby? Oh, this guy's so slimy. You know, if anything ever happened to you, I'd never be able to look him in the eye again. Inspector Cabanela, I'm going to ask you a question. Yeah, and what's that? And I want you to answer honestly. Is it tonight? Is that when it's happening? I have no idea what you're talking about, baby. You know, do you think love can bloom even on the battlefield? Well, baby, I think that love can happen anytime and any place. But you have to be able to protect it. Oh, he tried to jump in front of the bullet for her. It seems to me that baby is indeed under suspicion. I have no idea what you're talking about, baby. By Inspector Cabanela? No, he's not like that. Just for the record. Did you shoot me? Me? I would never do anything like that. I don't know if he's a slimy meatball. I think he's just a little skeezy. I think that he's sort of just like has a big personality and feels like he needs to protect her. Because it sounds like she's related to someone important to him or something like that. Anyway, it looks like the hitman fired from outside. It'd be hard to prevent the bullet from coming in, though. In any case, let's just give it a try. 4-minute game. Alright. It's trick time, baby. You know what? I have an idea. The guy who shot me is outside, right? Looks that way, yeah. Instead of trying to stop the bullet once it gets in here, wouldn't it be more fun to go out and stop the guy who's shooting the bullet? Fun, she says with eyes gleaming. Oh boy. You can use the telephone to move around, right? That's right, and I know the telephone number of the junkyard payphone, too. I don't want to get shot again. You know what they say about 3 strikes and you're out. As long as you don't become a ball player, you'll probably be safe. The telephone thing's a good idea. Maybe I'll give it a try. Bad feeling about this. Okay. Oh, right, the chicken delivery. Oh. Community service! Sending me to horny jail? I wasn't even being horny. Boxed up unfairly. I do not. Let's go to the phone. Hello, the chicken kitchen. You want chicken? We got your chicken. 1 chicken dinner. This guy's nose looks like a sausage. Would you like an order of fried chicken with that? Oh, that's okay. Bucket. It does look like a sausage. Sausage. Yeah, and well, you know, this was originally a DS game. Hello, where would you like that delivered? They hung up. Alright, so we have access to the chicken kitchen now. La la la, what does it matter? A chicken order or 2 lost. If it were 3 orders, they would be a different story though. Alright. Rachel, are you having chicken? Either way, enjoy your dinner. I like this guy too. Alright, what can we do in the chicken kitchen? We can ring? We just popped over here while we had the chance without much thought. This isn't where the hitman who's trying to kill me is. Clearly. We probably ought to hurry back. Yeah, okay. Let's check. That's funny. What's the matter? This telephone doesn't seem to be working right now. Usually the telephone line goes red, but I don't see it now. But we came here by telephone line. Apparently, in this 4 minutes before death world, we can only use the lines while the telephone is being used to make a call. You're kidding, right? Oh, fake chicken nuggies at CVS? They're more expensive at CVS than they would be at other places, but maybe. I also had chicken tonight, actually. It's a chicken night. He really did. He does. As long as the lanes are closed like this, it looks like we can't go anywhere. I guess we'll have to start over. Okay. At least we have the chicken. At least we have the phone number for the chicken place now. We're still really early in the game, so it's probably just tutorializing that. Okay. Do I need to listen to her to advance that? Let's see where the step ladder moves to. Ooh, over here. What could this be? It looks like a giant nail clipper. Yeah, we did say chicken. Hi, Pika. Sup, Pika? Brack? What is... Hold on, what is chicken tonight? Dante, what's chicken tonight? You think so? Do you know what it is? Why did you have to ask me? Couldn't you see I was looking away evasively? Beano. Does that make me Bia? Brack, Bika. Ah, Jade, well, conveniently enough. It is often associated with Phoenix Wright, since they were both DS games at the same time. It was just kind of like the style of it, I guess. Brack Lou? What's Brack Lou? But yeah, there's actually, there's a lot of crossover fan art of characters from this game and characters from Phoenix Wright. It's very cute. Huh? It's one of those science-y things that scientists use. Ordinary people like us don't have to know what it is. I don't remember what science is. But it's apparently something Lynn doesn't like very much. See, it's wild that Sissel doesn't remember a damn thing. Oh, something a furry said at some point. A fake ad? These pictures are old. What do they have? Little fragments of rock? And the fragments are glowing. Do you know what these are? Sorry, but I've lost my memory. Probably not the best person to ask. That's okay, I was only being polite. I didn't really think you'd know. Ouch. This lady's tongue can be sharp. Oh, Ran Roo! That? Yeah. A fake commercial for chicken tonight. Okay. If you ever find it, link it in the Discord. Not in here. Good one. Oh yeah, that's like one of the first... I mean, not one of the first memes, but it's one of the biggest, like, early Touhou memes as well. It was one of the first things that the people from my Touhou forum showed me when I showed up, and I had no knowledge. Hey, don't scare me like that. You could shorten my life. Poor little me. Your life is already over, actually. You don't have to rub it in. Can I read this? Actually, I missed the phone opportunity because I was looking at shit. Oh, what's up with that blinding pink notebook? Oh, that's mine. Isn't it adorable? Why isn't your adorable notebook in your pocket? I panicked, okay? Don't you shove things in the bookcase when you panic? Who are you calling, anyway? It was personal business. I'd like to go back to the station for a minute, though. Well... yeah. Alright, I've got to start over again. Yeah, isn't she sus? I mean, like, who are we, though? That's the real question here. Like, who the fuck are we? Why did we get shot? Why are we wearing a red suit and sunglasses at night? What the hell? Like, who are we? Who do we think we are? I am! Alright. Time to use the telephone. I think she's fine. She didn't bother me any. Except for the fact that she's a cop. Okay, so we can't go to the junkyard. Okay. What else can we do? No sense in going over to the restaurant now. Right, can't eat chicken if I'm dead. That's not what I was talking about. The place we need to be now is outside in the junkyard where the hitman lurks. And the only way to get there is to use the telephone lines. But we can't! Now that I'm looking at her, she sure is cute. Uh-oh. They told me to call the detective outside if she did anything suspicious. So here I stand. Hey, maybe I need to go call the detective outside after all. She's so beautiful, it's criminal. Never trusted this guy to guard women. Say, did you hear that what that officer just said? Yes, strange taste that fellow has. His taste is perfectly normal. But anyway, not that part. The part about the order he got. The order to telephone if I did anything suspicious. Telephone, huh? I was acting really suspicious a few minutes ago, but he didn't call. He should have been more observant. So if the police officer sees anything suspicious, the state of affairs might change. Okay. Suspicious. I can make her... Whoa. Whoa? What are we woeing? Oh, he's here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cecil is being mean for no reason. But, you know, sometimes when you meet a girl you like, and you know, you're mean to her. Maybe though, he's really just not interested in her. Never, baby? Oh, yeah. He dances everywhere. I think I've got to go back, though. We're gonna go back. No, it's okay. I don't know how much of a delay there is on stream today. makes things a little hard sometimes. Okay. Hello? Oh, test. I was a little late on that, but okay, that's not so bad. How am I supposed to make her do something suspicious? Oh, maybe I can... Hold on, can I... Can I, like, smack him? No? Okay. The pink notebook being there is pretty suspicious. Yeah, hell yeah. Huh? That's Lynn's notebook. Hey, wait a minute. I thought she was practicing a dance move when I came in. Nope, that was definitely suspicious. No question. I'd better report this. I wonder if I can make the call without her noticing. Finally doing your fucking job, eh? What's up? I've been watching Lynn just like you told me to, and I noticed something suspicious. You did, so Inspector Cavanella was right. She was hiding her notebook when I came in. Her notebook, eh? Yes, sir. In a very suspicious manner, and in a very conspicuous place. Anything else? Let's see. It's pink, and it's a notebook. Anything else? Let's see. Come to think of it, she was using the phone when I came in, too. Referring to her notebook. Oh, I pointed the lamp at the notebook to make him remember that she was being weird about it. Okay, someone will be over later. Don't let on you noticed anything. Now I can go to the junkyard. Hey, look at that. The phone line is glowing red. Bet it would work if we tried it now. I bet you're right. The detective he's talking to is outside in the junkyard. And that's where the horrible hitman who's after me is, too. Alright, let's go. I've been waiting for you. Okay, lamp. Eek! What are you? A desk lamp that sounds like an old grandpa? Just call me Ray. Grandpa Ray? You just have to get the grandpa part in there somewhere, don't you? We're souls. We can choose any appearance we like. Which means you have no intention of showing us what you really look like, right? Now then, about that gunshot that took your life. I heard it was way up on the upper level, a scant few minutes from now. The hitman is probably getting his rifle ready right now. Alright, I'm going in. I'll get him with those ghost trick thingies. I'm very sorry, young lady, but you don't have those powers. What? Why not? I'm afraid I don't know the reason, but only a special few have the powers of the dead. What, are you saying I'm not special? That's not fair! Anyway, we don't have much time. Come on and hop in. Let's trick our way.
You're not special, Lynn.
Wow, Frank, you're making Jeffrey be mean. Carry on, boys. I mean, she's still dead right now. We've got to make her not dead. I like that this is called Ray. Let's fold. That horrible hitman is after me. That's after me. He's upstairs, isn't he? Yes, apparently. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Bika. In other words, we can't stop him if we stay down here. Let's go then. I'm not really big on the idea of getting shot again. as far as Phoenix Ace Attorney being here, Phoenix Ace Attorney is, unfortunately, a police investigator. RIP. Okay. Can't go anywhere from there. Oh, I know. We can turn the fan on. And then... go to the blender and blend this. And go up. Kill? Are we killing Phoenix Ace Attorney? Well, we made it. Now it's time to hunt down that horrible hitman. He must be around here somewhere, preparing to take his shot. There isn't a lot of time. Let's try to find him fast. I'm gonna make good and sure he understands what happens to people who point guns at others. There's a gleam in her eye that's absolutely blinding.
Concentrate and ask again.
Oh. Yep. Try again. They receive pianos on their head. I like that. Oh, he's gonna ride his bike! What, like 15 feet? Sure, bud. Oh, there he is! I see my target. Time to go to work. I'll be head of the Hitman division by next month now for sure. There he is, the horrible Hitman. I think his name is actually Tango, but that doesn't matter now. We have to stop him from shooting fast. Okay. Alright, okay. Blind him. There, we put a stop to that shot at least. We did it! So I'm safe now, right? Well, that changed your fate a little, but it didn't avert it completely. We're not done yet. The Hitman is a professional, and he really, really wants to be head of the division, apparently. I doubt blocking a shot here and there is really gonna stop him. If you want to rough him up a little bit, I promise I won't put it in my report. Okay, so Lynn's a bad cop. Literally, no such thing as a good cop. Let's think of something else before he gets shot in. Oh, you don't like that? Yeah, it's certainly a stylization thing. No, I can't ring the bell. Curious soul. Right. That doesn't do anything. Alright, can I go back down? Oh, there we go. Nightstick. Welcome back, Rachel. If I want that position, I have to be careful of even the least bit of light. Division head is my ambition for this year. Next year, my motto will be, if I want to be director, I have to be careful of even the least bit of scandal. So it sounds like he won't show up in spots where a light is on. And next year, I'm going to spread some nasty, scandalous rumors about him. Light? Hey, did you turn that flashing light on? Wasn't me. It went off all by itself. Scared the heck out of me. Well, just make sure to lay off it. Don't want to waste any electricity. Things gotten that tight? That's pretty sad. They're really putting the squeeze on us lately about using too much power at sites. They won't even let us use all of our searchlights at once. Oh boy. We ought to be free to do at least that much, especially on a dark night like tonight. Alright. Where is he? Ah. Hey, I told you to lay off that thing. And I told you it wasn't me. Uh-oh, I think I might know what's going on here. This is the work of... you know. What? Hey, shut up, you're creeping me out. But you know as well as I do, the only explanation for mischief like this is... Inspector Cabanela! So they tell tales about him as though he's a ghost, eh? But Inspector Cabanela is really a very nice person. I mean... if I just stay here, can't I prevent him from... doing it? Huh, nothing happens. That's funny. Thought this lever was for swinging the crane arm around. I'd like to swing that horrible hitman around. This crane. I wonder if there's some other way we can use it. I don't know, is there? And I'm just gonna stay here. I think I've got it solved. Oh, you know. Oh, you know. Time is passing. Well, I don't know. Like, cause I think this will achieve the goal. Cause hold on. If I try to turn this on, then one of the others turns off, yeah. Well, look at that, one of the lights went out. There are 3 lights here altogether. Apparently we can't have all 3 of them on at once. Our station is crazy cheap when it comes to electricity, just so another detective could see what he was doing the other day. I had to pedal my bicycle in place to work the headlamp. A very sad tale indeed. Sounds like they're taking things way too far. So yeah, I think... well, that also gets the cops to come so I can jump onto their nightsticks. Yeah, because he's gonna show up here. Oh no, she's gonna die. There we go, see? And I think it is just like a game of mouse. Oh no, I'm not gonna get there in time. I really fucked it up. Should have stayed there. There we go. Yeah. I got there. No, I didn't. What? Okay, there has to be something. You know, you're right. Even if we block his shot, they'd only buy us a little more time. It doesn't look like we can discourage him from shooting completely. Crush it. This lady detective is just a little excessive. Guess I'd better rewind the clock. Okay. You were right, you know. There's no piano! How do we get there? Crush his balls? Yeah, okay, I'll crush his balls for you, Rachel. Lynn works for... Okay. There we go. Ah, I see. With the piano inside. Wow, such power and speed. But that would have been a nice stop to my horrible hitman. If it just stopped him, that would be fine. But if it killed him, would I be obligated to save him? Anyway, let's just focus on the stopping part. Apparently, thinking about things too deeply isn't something you like to do. Just the right amount. That's the way detectives think about things. Now come on, let's do this thing. Oh, I just love stamping out evil. It makes me feel so alive. Except for the fact that you're dead. Lynn is a cop, isn't she? Need to turn this light on. Look, one of the lights went out. There are 3 lights here altogether. Apparently we can't have all 3 of them on at once. I should have turned off the other one, just to make sure that it went right. There's too many cops in this game. Alright. I'm not gonna fuck around with potentially having to go back here. That lever does nothing. I tried it already. It's what used to swing the thing around, but it doesn't work. He's got something new to say. Musings of a Hitman, Part 1. When I fire a bullet, I put my heart and soul into it. Hey, Zen. Yeah, I'm good for tomorrow. More Wildermyth, yeah? I'm actually healthy and here for once. The bullet is my soul. The shot, the expression of my soul. Probably not till the usual time, so 6 p.m. If I'm able to get around early at all, I'll try. Oh, thank you, Dante. Very kind. You can count on me for 6, but I'll try to get there earlier. That's why I never waste bullets. Besides. Yeah, right? He's trying to make director. And he's talking. I'd have to put the extra bullets down as an extra expense, and accounting never likes that. I love that. Hold on, there is one realistic thing about this world. Everyone's broke. What the heck is that idiot blathering about? Hey, don't get mad at me. I have to stop this guy. Turn on. Back. Right stick. Yeah, Rachel, me too, don't worry. Get bonked. I don't think it has a piano inside, you know. Did you hear a scream just now? I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Nobody said it was. There. We found a nice dark spot for our gloom-loving hitman. Okay, alright. It has a piano inside. Sorry. I think your death has just been erased. Again. Piano. I usually like to say piano. Piano? His balls are gone. But we hit him in the head! Shot his skull out through his balls. Yeah, that's pretty out. Banana? Why not, I wonder? Huh? Why don't I have powers like yours? If I could do things like you do, it could really help me pursue my case. Yeah, but you'd be dead! Why only the special few, huh? It's not fair. It's the same thing the little doggy said, too. Well, I'm jealous of you, actually. You are? Why? Because your life can be saved even if you die again tonight. I can save you with my ghost tricks. Nobody can save my life, though. Oh. These powers of the dead, why have they chosen me? Will I find the answer to that question tonight? Sissel, I'm so sorry. Well, you're free to do as you please now. I guess this is goodbye, detective. Will we ever see each other again? If you ever want to see me again, all you have to do is die. Yeah, his name is Sissel. Is that significant? Sissel. I only know Sissel is one thing, which is like a really coarse fiber. Ah! Sussel, more like. Sissy? Nah, it's Sissel. S-I-S-S-L-E-L? Yeah, Sissel. Pretty awkward, huh? But no. Have you ever seen a cat tree where they've got like that braided rope on the scratching parts? That fiber is called sissel. It's a very sharp, difficult to use fiber. Sissel sisters. I can't decide whether you should live or die. Sis-L. You know, imagine gender. Huge cis-L. Yeah, you sure can decide. Oh yeah, you can just buy Sissel and like re-staple it. It's pretty easy. It is kind of the point of the game. Imagine, if you ever want to see me, all you have to do is die. Okay, got it! What a charmer. Just kidding. Well, guess we'd better be getting back to the present. She's very sweet. Dumb of ass. Not even pure of heart, just dumb of ass. Right, that's so beautiful. Lynn has escaped death for a second time, but that doesn't mean she's out of the water yet. I'd better go see how she's doing. Making me, like, walk, essentially, is so mean. I mean, can I get there? Or maybe if I umbrella? Yeah, there we go. There's me. I'm dead. He done got himself stuck in pan now. Pino? Pinoy? Peebo? Pibao? Pibao, I think, is pretty good. Well, it looks like congratulations are in order. You erased yet another death. But I haven't gotten any further in solving my own mystery, though. Pino! Pino! Oh, Pino! Haneo. Yeah, oh wow. Yeah? Is that hard, huh? I knew it was hard, but what, you get to, like, pick classes and stuff, right? What classes have you been playing as? I haven't gotten any further in solving my own mystery, though. But that woman holds the key, don't forget that. Lynn, huh? Now that she's alive again, she's probably still being detained in the super's office. She won't be able to pursue her case without the freedom to move around. I'd better go back to the super's office and see her. That sounds like a good idea. Ring ring. Haven't been to the park yet. Aneo. I decided to go back to the office where Lynn was being detained. With her changed fate, her story was sure to change too. I am. Well, whoever Ray is told me that Lynn is the key to everything, so I have to keep her alive and mobile so she can fix everything for me, I guess. Because she's alive and I'm dead, and that's how the world is. With her changed fate, her story was sure to change too. You think? But she said she would never point a gun at somebody. And I died of a bullet wound to the chest, apparently. Maybe that would lead us in some new direction. She killed you with a Pinoy! Oh no! Now that Lynn is alive again, I wonder what she's doing. She said she was investigating an important case tonight. Could that case be connected to me in any way? Big yawn. Excuse me. Alright. 8:23 to 8:34 p.m. cleared. Oh, excuse me. When Lynn lost her life for the second time, she was being detained on suspicion of my murder. But I saved her, hoping to solve my own mystery. Living creatures can choose to live their lives in one of two ways. They can either submit to their fate, or they can try to change it. Lynn is definitely in the second camp. As soon as I got back to the junkyard superintendent's office, this fact was really brought home to me. Fool! We told you not to let the suspect out of your sight. My apologies, sir, but I never thought she would run away. Lynn is our angel, friend. She's like family to us. Angel, friend, or family, they all run when they have the chance. Do you have any idea how many years it's been since my wife ran away? Oh gosh, I'm sorry, Phoenix Ace Attorney, that your wife ran away so many years ago. But I'm afraid it is because you are homo-gay. I'm very sorry, I have no idea, sir. You'll never make detective at that rate. Now, find Lynn. Yes, sir. If Inspector Cabanela gets word of this, it's all over. So our red-headed detective escaped, did she? Allegedly. Allegedly. Allegedly is. But I just barely saved her a few minutes ago. Ooh, she's fast. Well, I guess I'll look around for leads. Trick time. We got a teapot. Notebook. A stepped ladder. Not really much over here. Can we go down here? Nothing else. Here we go. It just might be time to clean this room up, but will that close the matter? Her appearance here, of all places, and tonight, of all times. Hey now! Come on! You beat me. You deserve it, though. You should have been first. Did you punt the bug? Let's go. Let's go! We've been playing this Discord-based game where part of it is bug collecting. And there's 20 bugs. I have 19 out of 20 right now. You're punting the whole ass book. Bye, book. Bye. Goodbye now. Phoenix, we saw Phoenix get older in the later games. Maybe he did get, if anything, he got way less cranky. He's just soft now. All around soft. I hardly think it's a coincidence. It's coincidence. Can't trick the ball. But I can trick the motor? Nope. Let's see what this does. Yeah, pretty good. It's so cute. Oh, half ghost, half trick. That old pigeon man, do you suppose he's carrying out some sort of research here? Look at all these precision instruments and complicated devices. Skate or die, dude. You either skate or you die. And in Ghost Trick, you're already dead. What are you doing? Sir, I think maybe this is how Lynn escaped. Through here. She couldn't possibly fit in that tiny little elevator. Oh, I don't know, sir. Lynn is pretty slim. Fool, don't you know that women can make themselves appear slim through fashion? To this day, I still don't know how much my wife really weighs. I'm very sorry, I had no idea, sir. You'll never make detective at that rate. You have to be able to tell whether a woman is slim or fashionable. They have never met a woman. Anyway, where is that old pigeon man? Oh, thank you for the hydrate, naders. Oh, him there, sir? He went through the door behind me, sir. It won't open. Apparently that door leads to the basement, but it's currently locked, sir. These instruments, they're all very suspicious. You'd better keep your eye on that old man, too. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, baby. It's trick time. Didn't get anything else over here. Yeah, no, they haven't heard of women there, unfortunately. She did leave her notebook behind. Oh. There we go. Oh, this is Lynn's notebook. If we give this back to her, it might spark something between us. Not, oh, this is evidence of a case. Oh, this could be used to find her whereabouts. If I'm nice to her, maybe she'll date me. Yeah, okay. Okay. Alright. Typical cop behavior. If it was a typical cop behavior, he wouldn't worry about being nice. This is what, yeah, of course. Of course. Very much the behavior of someone who has met a woman. What to do, what to do. This is a very complicated matter. Don't read it. I have a friend who's trans and a woman and a gaijin living there for work, and the horror stories I'm learning about them. Oh no! That's terrible. I knew a gal from I knew a gal from way back who she was from North Carolina originally, very white. And she manages idol groups now. So she got really lucky. But at the same time, she manages idol groups now, so maybe she's part of the problem. Anyway, what have you got there? What this? Oh, this is, wait a minute, is that? Yes, sir, it's Lynn's notebook. Notebook, eh? Come to think of it, there was something about that in the report. Something about her looking at her notebook and making a phone call. Yeah. This must be it. This telephone number with the big circle around it. Yeah, it's a very xenophobic culture. Toxic work environments abound, too. So if you're there for work, it's even harder. Aren't you curious to know who she was calling? I am, I really am, sir. I'd like to know. Oh, but I don't have any ulterior motive for wanting to know, though. No, sir. No, sir. This number might be an important lead. I'd better check it out. I love the rotary phones. Hello? To whom am I speaking, please? Yes, hello? Is this a different kind of cop? This is a criminal investigation. We need your cooperation. Hey, I know that voice. Is that you, Detective McCaw? Oh, is that Officer Bailey? Yeah, like, look at the- hold on, look at the way he's arching his back. Like, excuse me? What's up, sir? You don't usually call this late. Don't usually. Oh, yeah, caked up? Caked up? Did you get a call from one of our detectives, Lynn, earlier? Detectives Lynn, earlier. He does have boobs. I'd squeeze him. Except for the fact that he's a cop. I don't squeeze cop boobs. Yes, I did. She calls every night. Maybe she senses it's about to happen. Did she say anything special? No, not really. Is something wrong? Yes, well, I might be contacting you again if I have any other questions. What about hot cops? What the fuck is a hot cop? Like a stripper cop? If anyone ever hires strippers and tells them to dress as a cop for me, they don't know me. And if I go to a place and there happen to be stripper cops, I'm not going to squeeze their boobs. That's not appropriate. You're not supposed to touch unless invited. I'm not gonna, you know what? No, I'm not gonna squeeze stripper cop boobs. Yeah, but it could be any uniform. Like, I'd rather squeeze fireman boobs or something. Yeah. We can have other uniforms, right? It does do something, but shh. Anyway, I'm going to I'm going to file the report down at the station. I need you to be vigilant here. Yeah, of course they'd still have to invite me. Stop. I'm gonna have to air all my dirty laundry about being attracted to uniforms. Excuse me, detective, but what is it? That notebook. Would you mind if I gave... never mind, sir. Just stay on your toes. Well, okay, so the real forbidden fruit, if we're being honest, are members of the Navy. Like, hooey. Get down, Mr. Hino Dent. That's Hino President, of course. President Hino. Mr. Hino. Two extremes of posture. My grandfather was in the Navy. It's just something about the put-togetherness, I think, and the desire to follow instructions. What was that call about? I heard you say Lynn. I don't really know. If I had to take a guess, though, I would probably say something's going on with her. The only place in the world where nothing is going on is inside your brain, Bailey. Ah! Oh, look at that! What is that supposed to mean? What a guy. I love these two. I mean, I know what the words mean. That's not what I'm asking. That was my way of expressing indignation, putting in the form of a question. I think Bailey might be a little uptight, guys. I just hope Lynn's not doing anything crazy. I'm a fan of hers, you know. According to my log, Lynn has been calling here nearly every night as of late. So let's see. This is the place Lynn took all that risk to call, right? But what exactly is this place? I got nothing. Oh, look at him pinning his little things. Memo. Get loose. Hey, what's this? Oh, that? I wrote down my duties for the night so I wouldn't forget any of them. Can't keep them in your head. It's not like you have a ton of duties after all. Use a little brain power. Ah! Ah! What are you talking about? Weren't you the one who just said nothing was going on inside my brain? Wrote down his titties for the night. Didn't think you'd take it quite that direction. Goblet. So let's see this important to-do list of yours. 9 o'clock. Take prisoner C-38 to the telephone room. Yes, he just made a request to use the phone a little while ago. 9 o'clock, eh? That's when Lynn usually calls. Well, we can't let her talk to him tonight. Rules are rules. Poor Lynn. Sure wish I could comfort her. Interesting. There are a lot of cops that seem to want to comfort Lynn. Ah! This man is capable of doing incredible psychic damage. What do you think you're doing? That's my important duties memo. Titties memo. That's okay, I've got it all memorized for you. Well, it's your duty to guard the telephone room, you know. Just make sure you do your job when the time comes. What does the switch do, you think? Oh, I see. He's making a hard tower. I think I can eventually be part of that. Well, let's find out what the switch does. Oh, shit! They have a bazooka! There you go again, fooling around with that thing. So wait, does being part of a group automatically make members of that group simp for you? I mean, I guess I'd be more attracted to people who share interests. Even if it is... copping. I mean, I like copping... You know, copping. But not copping. Anyway, it wasn't me. Don't lie, you know you love to see me jump up and prepare for emergency. Oh yeah, sure, way back when I first got this job. But I've had enough of that now. Besides, you always react exactly the same way. I don't know, Hino, what the fuck are you talking about? Alright, I deserve this one. I was being a little horny, I'm sorry. Hope one day you guys can learn to forgive me. I don't repent though, and I don't regret it. The emergency switch is probably just loose. Probably because I fooled around with it too much. Well, it's for emergencies. Don't play with it. Anyway, it wasn't me. Maybe you ought to get it repaired, huh?
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir? Pinot Noir? Well, close it back up. It's making me feel on edge. Nah, too much of a pain. A pain? Proper emergency procedures are a pain to you? What a sad, sad state of affairs. Night vision goggles? I can't use bazooka. Penenoise? Oh, who call? But who was phone? Ah, hello? Lynn! I'm sorry, I don't have much time. Please let me talk to him. I'm sorry, Detective, I can't do that tonight. You can't? But you always let me talk to him before. Well, the telephone room is already reserved, that's why. Oh. By the way, is something going on with you tonight? Yeah, she's a detective. She's not just a cop, she's... Well, no. A detective is just a cop, like, cop plus. It's like, sure, Columbo's a detective, but he's still a cop, you know? Yeah, no, she's not a private detective. Then we would have business. She's a high-ranking police officer. Yeah, we should drop a Pinot Noir on her. What? Why do you ask? Actually, you know, if she keeps this up, she'll probably die a lot tonight. It's a good game. I didn't... Oh. I played it back before I don't know. Drop pachinko on Lynn. Yeah, okay. I'll do that.
You're a good girl.
Aw. Thank you, Hino. It's nice. Yeah, I like it. I got a call from one of the other detectives a minute ago asking about you. Oh, really? Well, I don't think it's anything important. Officer Bailey? Do you think you could keep this call just between us? Even if only for tonight? Well, Oh. Well, I've gotta go. I'll call again tomorrow. Alright, Officer Bailey. Okay. Oh boy. Well, I guess I better call the detective division. He's not gonna keep it a secret. Hold on there, Bailey. What? Don't tell me you're gonna report that call from Lynn. What else can I do? It's my duty. Just write it down on one of your important to-do lists, and then I can wad it up for you and throw it away. You mean you want me to keep quiet about it? See, this guy gets it. Well, yes, but tonight is kind of a special case for us. Can't you make a special exception for my Lynn, too? Your Lynn. Special case, huh? Alright, you win. I don't know what they think is special about tonight, but for me, it's my only night. Lynn is on the other end of that telephone line. I'd better hurry. Also, I think that the last half of this game is truly an interesting experience. It makes all the cop stuff worth it. This is a phone number, Hino. I guess. I'm the uptight sitter for sure. Probably because it can be used as like an accusing, oh, she's fucking dead again. I had to reset my auto mod.
Keep those glutes tucked in.
Thank you for the Jeff Pet. And thank you for the posture check. Oh yeah, no, you can be both. Calling someone gay can be used as it can be used as a pejorative. I think it's the combination, not just the presence of the word gay. Ghost
Keep
game
those glutes
gambas.
tucked in.
Thank you, Frank. I like that. How are we supposed to gamble on Ghost Game? If you think of a really, like a truly clever way to gamble, I'll consider it. But there's really not a lot of gambling to be done here. Oh, I want to play that so bad. You can call me a stupid little bug. Oh, yeah, we're back. Jet Set Radio Future was definitely a formative experience for me. It really helped me understand the concept of love. It's not a lot of time, Samik. Alright, Lynn! Lynn! Oh, why couldn't it have been me instead? I think the game's hard, Samik. I don't think you're dog shit. Or rather, I think you're dog shit by design, and it'll only get better from here. I hope. And I hope that it's better than Tarkov, because I hate that game. I'm no use as a police officer. It should have been me. Sweetie, honey, no police officers are useful. Especially not ones that get all weird about their coworkers. Yeah, I can tell I hate it by looking alone. It's pretty wild. It looks like she's dead. We better not touch her. Who did this? Who shot Lynn? Hey, excuse me, mister. You talking to me? This room. There aren't any other exits besides this one, are there? Do you see one? Then how did... We must have one of those mysterious locked room murder cases on our hands. One of those cases where the murderer vanishes into thin air in a vacuum. Just go find a real detective. I'll keep watch here. Yes, sir. I mean, this looks like a Rube Goldberg murder device to me. What a terrible turn of events. So now a locked room murder, eh? Things never get dull for our redhead. I know of a certain inspector who might dance around at the thought of a mystery. But no mysteries for me. Not when I can rewind time and talk to the victim herself. Guess it's time to go back and see the truth behind this murder with my own eyes. Trick time! Lamp. Lampter. Ah, I died again. I look so happy about it. Trick time. I love this expression. I thought you'd be a little more grave under the circumstances. Yeah, well, this is the third time after all. It's scary what a girl can get used to, don't you think? Frankly, the way her mind works is a whole heck of a lot scarier to me. So what happened this time? Who shot you? I don't know. What? I'd like to know myself. Who could have done it? Who shot me? What are you asking me for? Oh boy. Guess I'll just have to go find out for myself. Okay, you just go do that. Hurry along now. I get the distinct impression I'm being used here. Okay, looks like it's time to go back. Back to 4 minutes before your death. Yeah, you do. I had to reset when I switched over from Streamlabs to OBS. Alright, let's see how it all went down. How long has it been since I locked this room up in darkness? I once thought the truth could be discovered in darkness. Maybe it was just that the time wasn't ripe. Hello, sunshine of my life. Ah, ah, ah. Oh. Oh, she can make herself small. Little. She's got pigeon head. Or he's got pigeon head. He hung up. This is Ghost Chick. Ah! Oh. I closed that earlier. Was it important? Yo. Happy birthday to you. And you just watch this? Oh. That's the truth behind her locked room murder? So the murderer was a mechanical murder machine? Murder machine? When I came into the room, it was pitch black, so I turned on the light. That must have been what set it off. The murder machine, I mean. Can you please stop repeating the words murder machine? That old pigeon guy must have made it. But why? What could be the meaning behind this weird room? Anyway, you'll have to find some way to stop that creepy machine. Thanks for the lurk, Sunny. Once Cupid fires his arrow, it's all over. Alright. Time to stop the murder machine. You know what, Sissel? I think this death might be easier to prevent than the others. Why is that? You know, because the murderer is mechanical. She has a point. I can't manipulate living creatures. But I can manipulate this machine. Now I just gotta figure out how to stop it. When the 4 minutes ago me turns on the light, that's when the murder machine is set in motion, apparently. Looks like the key to solving this one is understanding this device. Okay, I think I need to know where I need to go at first. Okay. Because I can't get anywhere from here. So I have to go through the phone to get up there. How'd you manage to cram yourself in that tiny elevator? I've always liked small, cramped spaces. Whenever I see a little hole or crevice, I always feel like crawling in. Got it. Relatable. Rachel, you were just talking about that the other day, weren't you? The place I feel most at home is that space between my bed and the wall. Yeah, I guess I can understand that. Ah, we're birds of a feather. We should get together and talk about it sometime. Lynn, I'm dead. What do you mean get together and talk about it? Oh, is this the superintendent? I'm so glad. I thought I was all alone. Yeah, I guess. Often is a pretty cramped space. We can only get together when she's dead and I have to save her, though. It doesn't leave a lot of chatting time, you know? It's all over. It's all over for me. Lynn, sweet, cute Lynn, who shines as bright as the sun, ran away on me. And then those detectives, matching bookends, blue and green, yelled at me. And then the old man with the dirty blue dove on his head completely ignored me. Because we were doing Bika and Bino and Bia and Brack. B. We got Bante and Bachel? Bakel? Backle. I don't know. And then the beacon bot. There's a bee? If only somebody would give me a kind word right about now. You want to give him a kind word, Miss Bright as the Sun? Let's see. Hang in there. That's all you've got? I'd like to see you do better. Man ran away. The detectives yelled at me. The old pigeon man ignored me. Oh, okay. Thank you. Hold on. My dick lord. And then the kettle nearly scared me to death. My life is in complete shambles. That's gratitude for you. We were just trying to warn him with the kettle whistle. Would he have preferred getting scalded by the steam? Well, at least his fate was changed a bit. That's good anyway. It probably isn't something something funky with the command. I'll have to sort it out. But let me look at that. Arf. Arf. Barky Lou. Brack, brack, brack. How much can I pet for me to pet Jeff? What do you mean? How often do you need to pet for you to pet Jeff? All you need to do to pet Jeff is come over. Oh, pay. You don't, it's free. Wait. Actually, it's 50 gifted subs. No. Probably only 10 gifted subs. Yeah. There you go. To pet Jeff IRL. Thank you for the Jeff pet, Sunny. Thank you for the other Jeff pet, Sunny. Okay, where can I get to? There it goes, the murder machine has started. If the whole thing plays out, that gun in the wall will go off. But before that happens, it's up to me to use my ghost tricks. There must be some way to disrupt this domino effect. You just have to find it. Here goes. Okay. Open. Move. I think I missed it. I'm going back. Oh, but the fate change allows me to just skip the first section. Okay, that's nice. Okay, what do I do here? I don't know. Anything? No? Oh, I know what I gotta do. Damn it. Alright. Man, this is very, very close timing. Did I seriously mess that up? Come on. Yeah, they're fun. I suppose. Maybe if we were on a putting green. Well, with a swing like that, maybe we could put it to some use here. Good thinking. I might just be able to use this trick somehow. I could change the path the ball takes. That's great and all. It looks like we're all out of time this round. Okay. Different. Change the path the ball takes. Okay. How? There's a cake there. Do I need to do it with better timing? The key to this murder machine is that cheeky little Cupid who fires the air. We're gonna get that ball to fly over and hit it. So maybe that would stop our little Cupid. So I guess I gotta just do it a little earlier? Actually hit the ball rather than hit it. Yeah, I played it when it came out, so like 13 years, 12, 13 years ago? Long time. No, that's not bad. Yeah, I'm not getting it. What does this hook do? Anything? You killed someone. Nice. Still, that's a pretty big win. You've tasted blood. It's over for you. Yummy. Yummy blood. See, I'm either too early or too late. Is there like a timing indicator? Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Dante. Can definitely use some water. I think it's when it's on the blue hopper, maybe? Ah. There's too many ducks. Nope, maybe when it first gets to the poppers? That's definitely me right now. What could there be before ball? I don't think I can even get to anything. Yeah, like you can't do anything with motor. You can't go anywhere from here. And then you can't get anywhere from here. And then you can't attach to the present box or anything. Because it leaves the cake that you can attach to on the ground there. Oh, wait. Toy cake. Balance toy. Inertia is surprisingly powerful. I can't stop it once it's set into motion. Open door. Ah! Thank you, Rachel, for making me making me look again. What just happened? Looks like your future just got a whole lot rosier. Your death has been erased. Again. Thank you. You kept your promise, didn't you, Sissel? My promise? You said I'd see you again if I died. I don't remember making any promises. It's all for my own benefit anyway. Fate averted. What could this room be all about? I can't imagine. Those things that went off at the end, those were party poppers, weren't they? Party poppers? I have no recollection of what they are, but that's no surprise. The party poppers, the gun going off, it seems familiar somehow. I'll leave that part of the puzzle to you. I have my own puzzle to figure out. Aw, Sunny, that's such a cute emote. Bun Bun Cheer, so cute. Well, shall we go back now? Back to your new present? Sunny, we love bunnies around here, don't we? big fan of bunnies. Sissel, are you there? Lynn is talking to me? If you're there, could you say something? If you're not there, I guess I'm just a weird girl who talks to herself. Well, you are kind of a weird girl, whether you talk to yourself or not. You are here! I knew it! I just had that feeling. Shame on you for stepping foot into a girl's head uninvited. Wait a minute. Don't give me that a ghost doesn't have feet bit. It's just a figure of speech. Also, you kind of invited me. Hey, did I say anything? There, that tone. It's that tone of yours that makes me mad. So, did you have something in particular you wanted to say to me? I just thought I'd share some information with you. I'm investigating a case right now. A murder case, and I'm doing it alone. A murder case? All by yourself? Yes, well that's because the case was closed a long time ago. The culprit is already behind bars, forgotten by the world. So why are you looking into it then? Because I think the person's innocent, that's why. There's something strange behind the case, some big mystery. I firmly believe that. So anyway, I finally have my memory back. I'm not at liberty to tell you about the case. But if there's anything else you want to know, I'll try to answer what I can. Lynn is my only lead. I would like to ask her about a few things. About the one who shot me. You have your life and your memory back now, so let me ask you again. Who shot me tonight? Yeah, I thought that might be the first thing on your mind. What else would it be? There's a good chance I was shot while I was with you, after all. I'm afraid my memory just isn't clear on that part. Not clear? I met with you tonight, and then you fell down right in front of me. I think I remember seeing that part. I'm pretty sure you were shot, maybe from somewhere far away? So you didn't see the culprit? I'm sorry, I wish I could be of more help. But I know I wasn't the one who shot you. Your colleagues seem to think you're a suspect, though. I wanted the information you had for me, so why would I shoot you before I got it? Information, huh? Wonder what info I had for her. By the way, I see you have a little roommate. Camila, how do you know about her? There was a tiny incident at your apartment a little while ago. An incident? What kind of incident? What happened? Is Camila alright? She's fine, thanks to her loyal little friend Missile. Although I did have a little trouble bringing him back to life. Oh my! What in the world is going on? Why would anyone want to hurt Camila and Missile? You're being targeted by a certain organization. What? I saw them,
Very
people who were
doubtful.
calling you their target. Oh, very doubtful. Well, Sunny, it's time to tell you something really important. Magic 8 Balls don't know shit. I love you so much. Thank you for the hydrate, Sunny. I saw them, the people who were calling you their target. You can ask it a question, and it'll answer to you. It should have answered... Yeah. I think it should talk on the stream with text-to-speech. Did it not work? Yeah, it only speaks right now, because I couldn't get the text to work. Wow, well done. But yeah, you can ask it any question you want. Actually, hold on. I think...
As I see it, yes.
Magic 8 Balls usually only do yes or no questions. But yeah, that's how you spell Panio now. Good, okay, good. I saw them, the people who were calling you their target. So I'm a suspect and a target? Could this night possibly get any worse? Don't ask that, Lynn. It does sound pretty rough. Are you sure you'll be okay on your own? Huh? You know what they say, when it rains it pours. Well, it didn't answer at all that time, did it? Alright, I'm gonna reject that one. Oh, Bikubot crashed. That's why. Yeah, you crashed it with eggs. Alright, try again. It should work. I gave you your points back.
You may rely on it.
Yeah, you can rely on an egg. Why don't you ask me later? Excellent. Oh, yay. You know what they say, when it rains it pours, and it eggs. Isn't it time you admitted you need me? Need my powers? I'm sorry. I can't cooperate with you. Yes, you saved my life tonight. I'm completely grateful for that. But as a detective, I still can't trust you. That's too bad. So I had some important information that you wanted, huh? He did died. Like, who's he gonna tell, right? That's right, you called the station yesterday, and you asked to talk to me. You told me you had an important lead on the case I was working on. Important lead, eh? You said you wanted to meet me and talk to me directly, tonight, at the junkyard. And you fell for it, even given how fishy it sounds? You're the last person I want to hear that from, you know? But I just couldn't let it go, no matter how shady it seemed. That's because I'm running out of time. Hey, that's right, you said something was going down tonight. Does that something have to do with the case you're working on? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about it. Oh boy. I guess I understand. Alright. So what are you gonna do now? Run, I guess. They'll catch me again if I don't get out of here. And I have to get to the restaurant. I'm worried about Camila. Yeah, what was it? The chicken kitchen on Dead End Drive, right? What about you, Sissel? What are you gonna do? I don't know, to tell you the truth. You're my only lead. If you leave... I just realized. You and I are in the same boat. You just realized? We're both looking for answers tonight, and neither one of us has anybody to help us. That about sums it up. Hey, even if you can't cooperate with me, how about if we just agree to use each other? Oh, alright. Yeah, okay. That's not a bad idea. You're on. But can I ask you to do a favor for me first? What's that? I need you to sneak into a certain place for me. Prison, to be exact. Prison? That's the place I was calling from the office upstairs. I want you to go find out a certain prisoner's work schedule for tomorrow. Work schedule for a prisoner? Yes, the prisoners are given different job details every day. Each prisoner's schedule for the next day is written on a small blackboard in his cell. So just go check out a certain prisoner's blackboard, huh? Okay. His prisoner number is D99. If you could do that for me, I'll cooperate with you. Okay, you're on. Okay, see you later. See ya. Don't die again if you can help it. You know the next time we see her, she's gonna be fucking dead, right? She's extremely sus. Looks like I hold the key to the case Lynn is investigating, and she holds the key to solving the mystery of me. So we've started up a strange relationship of cooperation. She really is, you know? How do you think she's gonna die next? Shot again? Electrocuted? Lynn gave me an assignment. My task is to go check out tomorrow's work schedule for prisoner D99. I better get to the prison. Death by egg. Yeah, probably. (8:34 to 9:03 p.m.) Cleared. Lost memories of self. A forgotten murder case. A dead guy and a detective joined forces to find out the truth behind them both. The detective assigned the dead guy a task, to sneak into the prison and find out a certain prisoner's schedule for tomorrow. What should I care? I don't have a schedule for tomorrow. That's how I'm feeling about it at the moment. Man, that track is so good. I love that one. Okay. It's all over. It's all over for me. Lynn, sweet, cute Lynn, who shines as bright as the sun, ran away on me. And then those detectives, matching bookends, blue and green, yelled at me. Forget about all that. Now you listen to me, kid. Yes, sir? You're bright as the sun, Lynn, probably doesn't even know you exist. And those detectives will probably yell at you your whole life. Never mind fretting about every little setback. Enjoy your life. Get what you can out of it. Mister, would you mind just leaving me alone? Oh, they're good. I wonder how that detective who keeps dying is doing. Hope she's still alive. But she's pretty pleased with herself, keeping so much of the Reaper's attention focused on her. That little lady is waiting for her at the chicken kitchen. After I take care of this assignment, I better head there too. Just a little recap for if you get saved, I guess. Alright, let's go to prison. Tastes like dermt, Jade. That was probably the wrong tree, huh? Unless I taste like dermt. Who knows? So, how are the preparations coming along? Oh, I love this guy. I think they're taking care of them right now. Yeah? Man, I'm not looking forward to this. That kind of surprises me coming from you. I didn't know you thought about such things. By the way, that was me being sarcastic, just in case you didn't catch that. 2 more hours and then it's time. I guess we should just get back to work. Yeah, I guess you're right. The atmosphere sure seems tense. I guess I'll just get back to my work as well. Work schedule. Yeah, we just got this, thank you. Alrighty then, how do I get to these cells? Better try to get some information here first. Memo. Monitor. This screen shows rows of tiny rooms. Rooms are really, really small. You can see out right into them from the outside. Suppose the open bars keep the rooms airy, but I wouldn't want to live in one myself. Wonder where these little rooms are. Hey, Bailey. Try pinning up your memos a little better next time. Let me see this thing. Inspection, prisoner C-74. Oh, it's almost time for that. I better prepare. Prisoner C-74, eh? What did that big whale do anyway? You don't know about the Metro Police Department siege case? Metro who what? C-74 barricaded himself into the Metro Police Department and took siege of the place. He even pointed a huge flamethrower at the chief commissioner. Why is huge flamethrower in red? Do I get to... Is that plot relevant? Do I get to... I would love to trick a big flamethrower. Why the heck did he do all that? That's what the detectives who surrounded him asked, too. What are your demands? They asked. And? The guy looked confused, thought about it for a while, and said, "Bring me 5 servings of curry and rice on the double." Curry and rice? That's it? Unfortunately, no. After he was done eating, he torched the commissioner's office with the flamethrower. Torched it good. Important documents and the commissioner's mustache were destroyed by the flames. What the heck did he do all that for? Because the curry was too spicy, he said. Huh? It was too spicy and I just lost it, he said. Seriously? The case sent shockwaves throughout the country. But it doesn't make any sense in the first place. How did a huge armed guy make it all the way into the commissioner's office alone? It's a complete mystery. What? Why don't they just ask C-74 himself? Maybe they did, but they haven't released anything about it. Apparently, it's all a matter of national secrecy. Would you quit throwing my important duty memos away? That man was Albert Einstein. Hey, Bailey. What's the matter? You can't even pin up a memo properly? Let me see this. Take prisoner C-38 to the telephone room. Yes, he just made a request to use the phone a little while ago. You already told me that earlier. C-38, eh? What did that punk do, anyway? You never heard the story? About the secret rendezvous case? Secret who, what? C-38 was a singer in a band. His group was playing a concert that was being broadcast all over the country live. And right in the middle of their encore, there was a huge incident. A huge incident? What was it, a murder or something? In a way, it was even worse than a murder because it had to do with national secrets. Huh? National secrets? A rock band? I'm lost. The song they were doing was called Secret Rendezvous, but the lyrics C-38 was singing were completely different from usual. So how's that a huge incident? Because the new lyrics exposed all of the nation's dark, seamy secrets. Budget misappropriations, foreign economic strategies, illicit dealings, everything. He was caught red-handed in the act of leaking national secrets. Seriously? The case sent shockwaves throughout the country. But it doesn't make any sense. In the first place, how would a rock singer know any top-secret information? It's a complete mystery. What? Why don't they just ask C-38 himself? Maybe they did, but they haven't released anything about it. Apparently, it's all a matter of national secrecy. A lot of secrets. It's a secret. Would you quit throwing my important duty memos away? Titty memos. It's emergency switch time. Ah! Just the kind of excitement I need to wake me up. Well, I told you it's only for emergencies. Don't play with it. I told you it wasn't me. You know, I thought this work would be a lot more exciting. Sometimes I don't know which is my real job, going on rounds or building houses out of cards. Well, you'd better know. And you ought to know that I'm just kidding. Ugh. There's another memo. Hey, Bailey. Can't seem to get anywhere. Oh, maybe, hold on. Bring dinner to prisoner. Oh, D99. That's a show House of Cards? Oh, a show. Yeah, that's a show, House of Cards. That's true. Bring dinner to prisoner D99. The chef is preparing it for him right now. Ooh, how fancy. Yeah, it is pretty fancy to get a private dinner in a prison. D99, eh? Even I know about this one. Yeah? Such a sad case. Hard for us, too. He shot his wife, didn't he? Right in front of a family member. It's just awful. Why in the world did he do it? Why would he do something like that, of all people? The motive, everything, all a complete mystery. It's just ridiculous. It doesn't make sense that he would do anything like that. I don't know the details, but apparently, this case is a matter of national secrecy as well. Of course it is. I don't get it. None of it makes any sense. You do know what kind of prison this is, don't you? It's a special prison built just for these kinds of special cases. That D99. Who knows what he's thinking? Or hiding behind that beard of his. I don't like any of it. I knew I couldn't take my job seriously without it getting to me. So the prisoner I'm looking for, D99, was convicted of murder, eh? I mean, apparently has a beard. Ah! Would you quit throwing my important duty memos away? Wonder if there are any more prisoners. It's time. Oh, apparently those memos were what I was supposed to do. Needed to learn about Priebner. Oh. Okay. It's one of those kinds of prisons. This is a fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure prison. Everybody gets weird outfits and shit. There, it's done. Ah, I know your goblet is high. Yes. I'm guessing that's the kid they were talking about. The one who sang the national secrets? He's a prisoner. He must have come from the cells. I gotta be quicker than that. Here we go. With a guitar. So this is the thing that was making that horrible noise a second ago. Guess it's a way for this spiky-haired youth to express himself. Sentiments like I'm hungry or I'm thirsty, maybe. Something primitive like that, I bet. Alright, when we do the scene transition, I'll figure out who we can raid, because it's getting a little past where I'm usually end, so. Alright, C38, back to your cell. Hey, guardman, how about giving me a little space? That's a crazy walk of yours is dangerous, man. A proper walk for a properly led life. Now let's go. No, no lectures, man. I walk my own path, my own way, to my own music. Revealing national secrets the whole way. So I finally made it to the cells. Now to find prisoner D99 and check out his work schedule for tomorrow. What could Lynn possibly want with that information? Damn! Don't think I can take another second in this stinking pit. Looks like guardman is gone. All this waiting is wiping me out. Hope this one will finally do it. Go, go, go! Come on, sausage head. Interesting. This prisoner obviously isn't the one I'm looking for. Prisoner D99 has a beard. It's one of those little blackbirds Lynn said would be in the cells. Maybe I should check out Spiky's schedule for tomorrow. Alright, I'm gonna save it here. And let's find out who we can raid tonight. Well, lots of people playing a lot of things. Let's see. Let's go ahead and raid Brave. Because Brave is playing Baldur's Gate 3, and I know that he recently had a modeled re-debut. So that'll be fun. You can check him out. Yeah, thanks everybody for coming by. I had a really good stream. I really like this game, and I'm super excited for you guys to see how it changes later, because it gets pretty wild. Alright, so you guys go say goodbye, good night to Brave, and you guys have a wonderful evening and get some rest. Good night, good night, good night.